Hi everyone and welcome. So today we're going to be doing an energy check-in with you and your person. We have the blue lapis lazuli heart or the ethereal tarot, the red jasper heart or the arcana tarot, or the sodalite heart and the weird world tarot. So let's go ahead and take a breath. Focus on which deck is calling to you the most, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, group 1, if you chose the lapis lazuli heart or the ethereal tarot, this is going to be your reading. So we'll go ahead and set those aside. So we're going to start out with getting some oracle cards to see what's going on in your person's heart space. Headspace, sorry. Okay, so we have hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. We have confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Silence, frozen, no words, stonewall. Possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, risks. And fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. Okay, so off the bat, we have that your person is still hoping that you still think of them and are still connected to them, but they're kind of confused and uncertain about your feelings since there has been some silence. They are looking for different possibilities for the future, and they're daydreaming and fantasizing about getting back together with you, since this is a no-contact situation, it looks like. Excuse me. And we'll go ahead and clarify with the tarot. Okay, so clarifying, hoping, we have judgment. Clarifying confusion, we have the Two of Swords. Clarifying silence, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Clarifying possibilities, we have the Three of Wands. And clarifying fantasy, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Excuse me. So with the Judgment card, it looks like that they're having an awakening, that they're opening up to the possibilities of love. With the Two of Swords and the Confusion card, it makes me think of them having to make a decision and think about the possible outcomes. With Silence and the Wheel of Fortune, it tells me that they are looking for the bright side, the hope that that Wheel of Fortune will come back around. With Possibilities in the Three of Wands, it looks like that they are planning for the future and trying to plan for a future with you. And then Fantasy and the Queen of Cups, they see you in this Queen of Cups energy as compassionate and loving and kind, whether you're male or female. So it's all about energy, it's not about gender. So the Queen of Cups energy is that kind, nurturing energy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we will set these aside and then look at what's going on in your person's heart space. And for that, we're going to use the Romance Angels deck. Okay, what is going on in Group 1's person's heart space? Okay, so first we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. We have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. We have separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And last we have is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so with the stay optimistic about your love life, it is telling you that there's always hope for your love life to go ahead and start again. And with passion, they do have passion towards you in this connection. There is separation. So if you guys are already separated or going to be separated by distance or just time, that's what's on the horizon for you. But they do still like to flirt with you and extend that lighthearted energy, and they do have romantic feelings for you. So we'll go ahead and clarify with the tarot. Okay, so clarifying, stay optimistic about your love life, we have the Devil. Clarifying passion, we have the King of Pentacles. Clarifying separation, we have the Seven of Wands. Clarifying flirt, we have the Two of Pentacles. And clarifying romantic feelings, we have the Empress. So with these cards, with the Devil staying optimistic about your love life, it is also a warning against being codependent and any bad habits this person may have. With passion and the King of Pentacles, they do want to give you an offer of something tangible, something material in this world, so in the 3D. The Seven of Wands and separation, the Seven of Wands talks about perseverance. So despite the separation, they are persevering in their feelings for you. With flirt and the Two of Pentacles, it makes me think of being able to find balance between being lighthearted and being serious. And then with romantic feelings and the Empress, they do see you in this Empress energy, this amazing receiving energy and just being full of life and beauty. So that's another thing to consider as well. Go ahead and set these aside. And then we're going to go ahead and just see where this connection is heading in the near future. Okay, so we have the Star, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Wands, and again the Wheel of Fortune. So it seems to me like they still have a lot of hope for this connection and are looking towards the future. With the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, it looks like they're making plans to come toward you and trying to figure out what to say, what to do, because they do see you as the Queen of Cups. They do see you as this, like I said, the loving, nurturing, all-around queen of emotion. And the outcome with the Wheel of Fortune is they're hoping for a fruitful future with you. So let's go ahead and we'll get some messages to see what they would like to say to you, if they could. So we both know I am not the one for you. I lost myself for a little while. I don't react when people mention you. I feel you leaving me behind, and we will be together again. So they may feel like they are not the one for you, even though they are hopeful that they will be. They did lose themselves for a little while because they were having doubts about your feelings for them or how they felt. They don't react when people mention you, mainly because they want us to have that stoic feeling, like they're being tough, but on the inside they're really screaming and wanting to talk about you and just really, really trying to rein in their feelings. I feel you leaving me behind tells me that you've walked away from this person because you got frustrated or were just fed up with the hot and cold, wishy-washy energy. And then we will be together again tells me that they're really, really hoping that you guys will be together again. But that is up to you. That is a decision that you need to make on your own, whether or not you want to accept this person. Because if they do come back, they have to come back correct. They have to come back with a changed attitude and changed mind. And then we'll go ahead and end with a time frame card to see if we can pick a specific point when they're going to come back to you, when they're going to want to have that tough conversation and sit down with you and just talk about the relationship. So let's see if we can get some more information. It's in the past. So I do apologize, but it does look like that they have let go. They're still hopeful, but it is going to be kind of up to you if you want to reach out to them first, since they're unlikely to reach out to you. So if this is a relationship that you want to pursue or that you have hope can be rekindled, you will probably have to make the first move. But that is, like I said, completely up to you. That is your prerogative. So I do hope this helped, and I hope you guys will see me in the next video. Thank you so much. Okay, group 2, if you chose the Red Jasper Heart or the Arcana Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So go ahead and set that aside for now. Right now we're going to get some oracle cards to see what's going on in your person's headspace. So what is going on in group 2's person's headspace? Okay, first we have obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. We have abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. We have pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. We have curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. And second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So off the bat, this tells me that this person is still obsessed with you. They are obsessively thinking of you and wanting to be with you and just all around wanting to make this connection work, but they do feel like they were abandoned and left out. The pride and ego has gotten in the way, and that's why they're not reaching out to you. They may have even contacted a practitioner to put a curse on you out of just spite, or they just have a negative mindset, but they are wanting a second chance for reconciliation and making amends. So we'll go ahead and clarify these cards with the tarot. Okay, so clarifying obsession, we have the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying abandon, we have the Seven of Swords. Clarifying pride, we have the Ten of Wands. Clarifying curse, we have the Queen of Swords. And clarifying second chance, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So with the Five of Pentacles, they feel like they've been left out in the cold, like they're in a state of lack. With the Seven of Swords, it feels like they have been deceptive or deceiving you in some way. With the Ten of Wands, it talks about there's such a heavy, they have a lot of responsibilities or a heavy burden that they have to carry. So that's why they've been deceptive with you, and that's why they have this feeling of lack. But you are the Queen of Swords. You have the energy of putting up strict boundaries and taking no nonsense from them, and that's why you walked away and cut contact. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which talks about anxiety. So they are very anxious and fearful and just not sure where to go from here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set those aside. And now we're going to figure out what's going on in their heart space. And for that, we'll use the Romance Angels deck. Okay, so first we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then last one we have is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so with the wedding card, I do have a feeling that this is involving a third party. So you could be involved with someone who's already married or in a committed relationship to someone else. With trust, they would like you to trust them, but it's very difficult for you to, since they have deceived you in the past. Pay attention to the red flags. So there are a lot of red flags going on with this person, and in their heart space, it feels like they've let you down. Calling in your soulmate. They do have a feeling that you are their soulmate, but there's a lot of baggage that needs to be worked through if that's something you're willing to do, especially when you guys have to sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation about what's going to go on in the future. So we'll go ahead and we'll clarify these with the tarot as well. Okay, so clarifying wedding, we have the Nine of Cups. Clarifying trust, we have the Page of Pentacles. Clarifying red flags, we have the Devil. Clarifying the calling your soulmate, we have the Ace of Swords. In heart-to-heart conversations, we have the Hierophant. Okay. I'm sorry, we have Justice clarifying heart-to-heart conversations, not the Hierophant. So with this, it looks like with the Nine of Cups, they did have a wish fulfillment come true with the person that they're with, but it does feel like things have gone sour with that connection. With the trust and the Page of Pentacles, pages are about messages, pentacles are about learning. So they are learning some things and they do want to reach out to you. With pay attention to red flags and the Devil, it does talk about bad habits, codependency, and obsession to the extreme. So they could be obsessing with you in an unhealthy manner. With the Ace of Swords and calling in your soulmate, you need to gain clarity and clear action of what needs to be done. Whether this person needs to be cut off so you can call in someone who's better for you, or whether some truth needs to come to light with justice and heart-to-heart conversations. It does feel like they are going to get served justice and fairness. So if they've wronged you in the past, they will receive their karmic retribution. So that's just something to think about. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and see where this connection is going. So again, we'll use the tarot for that. Okay, so we have the King of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Three of Pentacles. So with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, it feels like you two do work well together, but there's still a lot of things that need to be sorted out. With the Emperor and the Magician, it feels like they want to be this Emperor energy, they want to be this leader energy, but there's still a lot of growth that they need to do. They are manifesting you and manifesting this connection with the Magician, but they do need to come correctly. So with their past, with lying to you and possibly cheating on you, I would definitely sit down and weigh the pros and cons of continuing a relationship with this person and whether or not that would be in your best interest. The Three of Pentacles talks about collaboration. So you could still collaborate with this person, especially if you work together or if this is a work situation. But definitely take some time to think about what's best for you and what's best for your own life. And this person may not be it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I will never lie to you about anything. So this doesn't seem like a very healthy connection right now. Not saying that it couldn't work, but it's going to take a lot of work to get to a healthy standpoint. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get some messages of what they would like to tell you, if they could. You came closer than anyone. I love you unconditionally. I look for you everywhere. I want to be more than friends. I'm afraid to contact you. So with these, it feels like they do have a lot of feelings for you, and with the I look for you everywhere, they do have that obsessive component with them, wanting to be more than friends, but they are afraid to contact you, especially how things ended with you guys. And like I said, I have a feeling things didn't end well. So that's something they have a lot of fears about. And then let's see if we can go ahead and get a time frame or some additional messages from the universe. Let's see. By the end of the week. So you may expect a message from them or have a conversation with them by the end of the week. So look for that and look for any other hints that they might want to contact you, especially if they want to reach out and reconcile. Like I said, that's up to you, and depending on how you feel for this person and if you feel like this is going to work out between you two, I would definitely use discernment and not go rushing into things. Take some time, think things over, and just figure out where you want to go from there, okay? I hope this helped. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. If you chose the Sodalite Heart or the Weird World Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Okay, we'll go ahead and set these aside for now. And we'll go ahead and get some oracle cards to see what's going on in your person's headspace. Okay, so we did have a few cards that wanted to come out. So we have hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. We have foundation, established, family, security. We have spying, social network, information, ways. Ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. And rejection, abandonment, dismissed, irrational fear. So right now they are feeling a bit hopeless about the situation. They are spying on you through social media. They want to have a family with you and have an established foundation, but they are really afraid of rejection. So we'll go ahead and get some clarifiers with the tarot. Okay. So clarifying hopeless, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Clarifying foundation, we have the Seven of Cups. Clarifying spying, we have the Four of Wands. Ecstasy, we have Justice. And rejection, we have the High Priestess. So the Ace of Pentacles, they are feeling hopeless because they feel like they didn't have anything to offer you, but they are wanting to come in with this new offer. With foundation, we have the Seven of Cups, so they are daydreaming about having a foundation with you. And with spying, it kind of ties into the foundation part of wanting to have that higher level of commitment with the Four of Wands. With ecstasy and justice, they are wanting to be fair with you and give this relationship a fair chance. With the High Priestess and rejection, they intuitively know that I don't believe you would reject them, but it is definitely on their mind. Okay, so we'll go ahead and clear these away and figure out what's going on in your person's heart space. So for that, we have the Romance Angels. So what's going on in Group 3's person's heart space? Okay, we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. We have passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. We have very soon, clearly decide what you want to so that it comes to you now. And then we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So the healing family issues, they may have some issues with their family, or you may have some issues with yours that would benefit from healing any kind of trauma or something that may have been holding you two back. With flirt, there is a lot of flirting and passion going on in this connection, and there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of sparks. So that's something that's good. But very soon, it is saying that you need to make a decision very soon about what direction you want this relationship to go in. And keep an open mind that this person may not be your usual type, or they may not be someone that you normally look at as a future soulmate. So let's go ahead and clarify these with the cards. Oh, one dropped. Okay. So go ahead and we're going to use one of the cards that dropped. Clarifying healing family issues, we have the Five of Wands. Clarifying flirt, we have the Six of Cups. Passion, we have the Emperor. Very soon, we have the Ace of Cups. And keep an open mind, we have the Six of Swords. So with the Five of Wands, it feels like there's a lot of conflict within their family or within your family. Your families may not agree with you being together. You guys may come from different backgrounds, cultural, religious, or just economic backgrounds even. With Flirt and the Six of Cups, there is a sense of memories here, of remembering good times together, or you two may have known each other for a long time, or even spent time together as children. With the Emperor and Passion, they come in with this authoritative energy, not necessarily controlling or intimidating, but with that sense of knowing, that sense of leadership. And very soon, the Ace of Cups, it feels like any decision that you do make is going to lead to this new beginning of this new emotional beginning with the Ace of Cups and new love coming in. With the Six of Swords, it tells us to keep an open mind, but also to take time to move into calmer waters, to rest, rejuvenate, and have a clear mind when it comes to making the decision. Okay, we'll go ahead and clear these away now. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll see where is this connection headed. Okay, so yet another one wanted to drop out. Let's see if I can get a hold of it. Sorry about that. I dropped that card and it just was not wanting to be picked up. But we didn't have one that came out, the Ten of Swords. And then we have the King of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of struggles with this relationship. With the Ten of Swords coming out, it talks about a painful ending to a situation. They do have a lot of feelings for you with the King of Cups, but there's a lot going on as far as fights, disagreements, and this lack mentality. So they may have financial burdens that they don't want to bring on you, and there may be a lot of disagreements between you two, which is why you two split up in the first place. But they do want to come back in with this Knight of Cups to make things work with you. But that's, again, going to be up to your own discernment and whether or not you want to go ahead and try and make this relationship work. So let's go ahead and get some messages as to what they would like to tell you if they could. So we have, I want to be more than friends. I am so attracted to you. We need to let each other go. I want you. And I remember every detail of that day. So I get the feeling that this relationship has ended. They are hopeful for a new beginning, but the outcome is unlikely just because there's so many different factors going into it that are kind of keeping you two at odds. And it's just not a healthy attraction. They do want to be more than friends. They are really attracted to you. But they know deep down that they two are just not healthy for each other. And that's why you two split up. So I do apologize. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear. but I would never sugarcoat anything or lie to you. Let's see if we can get some additional messages from the universe to see what else we might need to know. Okay, so not in this lifetime. So I am so sorry, but it does look like this relationship has ended for good. And it may be for the best. That way you can find a partner that's going to be more compatible with you and actually meet you on equal footing. I hope this helped. And I love you guys. And I hope you will join me for the next reading. Thank you so much.